Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Meredith E. Phillips and today we're starting a 6-week challenge. I haven't vlogged in a hot minute and a half, so I hope you're ready for me being like, da-da-da, it's a vlog, and kind of being weird because I haven't done it for a little bit. But here's the plan. I have, in case you've missed the last couple of videos, I have officially received back all of the beta reader feedback. I have reviewed it. I've tried to put it together in some sort of like cohesive list of things to fix and work on. And I've started that process. Now, if you remember from multiple videos back, I had given a sort of general plan of what I hoped to achieve in the second half of the year and sort of like a little timetable for that. And it is mid-August, and the original goal for mid-August was to finish revisions using beta reader feedback for Act 1, and then for September, the goal was to finish the revision for this draft completely. Now, at the time, I had not anticipated like the type, I had no idea what people were going to say in terms of feedback. And some of the suggestions that I did like from the beta readers are like pretty significant changes. Like there's some big plot point kind of things that need to change. And I agree, like it was great feedback, they gave excellent reasoning, and it was, I do want to change it. It's just going to be like, it's a big change. Like it's just going to involve a lot of fiddling and rewriting and that kind of thing. I was getting a little nervous, anxious, like, oh, am I going to be able to finish this by the end of September? Well, guess what? Guess what? We're finishing, okay? We're going to do this. And I've decided to try to challenge myself to finish the revision for draft 5 in the next 6 weeks. Today is August 19th, which is officially Nibbly Wibbly's 12th birthday. I'm sure he's having a lot of fun over the Rainbow Bridge with Tilly and Crispin. They're probably having like a little bunny cake with papaya on it or something, and bananas. I'm sure he's being super cute and hopping around and enjoying his 12th birthday. But anyway, aside from that, it is the 19th and 6 weeks from today is September 30th. So if I can finish this revision in 6 weeks, that'll put me perfectly on schedule with what I wanted to finish in that original goals plan. Again, it was just like my idea at the time. If I don't make it, it's not like it's a big deal, but I would like to make it. The other part of that plan was to also begin work on an outline for book 2 in September. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that, but the good news is I already did start an outline for book 2 in July. So if I can, this is so silly, like, but also I kind of want to do it. If I can finish the revision for draft 5 by the end of September, I'll take what I've already done for the outline and finish it in October, and then I can still do NaNoWriMo in November. It could work, but again, book 1 is obviously the priority, and there have been some developments in what I'm thinking for the new year. So let me share some stuff with you about why I'm choosing this 6-week challenge that I think I'll be able to do. We're gonna try. So here's what's happening. Way back in, was it February? Yeah, way back in February, I took the Writing with the Soul workshop that is hosted, put on by, organized by Adrienne Young. She's a young adult fantasy author. I found her Instagram profile years ago and she shares a lot of cool stuff over there. So anyway, I followed her. She started this workshop. I was interested in it for a long time and I finally signed up for a round in February. The workshop itself was great. The thing I didn't realize was the alumni community for the workshop is expanding in terms of offerings. So I think at first the alumni community was just like, we all took the workshop and like, good for us. But they've started offering more and more opportunities and different kinds of activities to this alumni group, which of course with every round of the workshop gets bigger and bigger people-wise. So when I did Query Camp back in July, that was something that was hosted by Writing with the Soul. It did cost money. It was my birthday present to myself. But, it was an event that was put on exclusively for alumni of this workshop. Well, they announced a huge number of things yesterday, Friday the 18th. They had this huge announcement. They have a new website. I'll link it below. It just massive amounts of opportunity in 2024. Okay. There's one thing in particular that I was like, oh, I really want that. I really want that. So let me tell you about this thing. There's a lot of opportunities that look really cool, but they also cost a really big amount of money. And I'm not going to be able to go on them. So they have like a retreat in Scotland. They've got a research trip to Iceland. They've got like this other thing in the Pacific Northwest. Like they've got a lot of really cool stuff. And it looks awesome, but like who can afford a $5,000 trip to Scotland for a week plus airfare? Like I can't do that. So anyway, there's one opportunity though that, as far as I can tell, is free. You do have to get in though. So it's a mentorship program. It's going to be from January through March next year. And it is for people who have at least one full revision of their novel. I have many more revisions of my novel at this point. And you get matched with a mentor who is some sort of published or going to have a debut published novel in the near future. And it's about revising your work. One of the things that is going to be done in this mentorship is you're going to have a 6-week period during that program to revise your manuscript with the feedback from the mentor and the feedback from other participants in the program. And you're given 6 weeks. So I was like, 6 weeks then? Maybe I should try a 6-week challenge now and see how that feels. So that's where that idea kind of came from. To get into the mentorship program, you do have to apply. I don't know all the details yet. They haven't announced like all of the things. We'll know more in September, but I am definitely, unless there's some weird thing that they announce more details of, like, I am definitely planning to apply for that and hopefully would get in. If I do get in, that means I would have to push querying to like April or May, which is fine. Like, that's not a big deal. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to learn more details. I'm really excited to hopefully apply in September, and we'll see if I get in. Fingers crossed for me. Now, if you're interested in some of that stuff, you have to take the workshop first so you can be part of the alumni groups, and then you can be eligible for this other stuff. They do have a new round of the workshop that is going to be during November. You could definitely do the workshop and NaNoWriMo at the same time. I don't think that's a big deal, but I'll put a link to the website. You can check out more information about the workshop there. Sign up for the waitlist. If you have any interest whatsoever, sign up for the waitlist for the workshop, because the waitlist is the mailing list that is going to get all the details about the new round that's coming up, date and time for when signups are going to occur, and the waitlist is the only place to actually get like registration links for the workshop. She doesn't announce it on her Instagram anymore. Like, it's waitlist only. So sign up for the waitlist if you have any interest, and you'll get all the details from that. So I figured, let's do a 6-week challenge and see if I can finish this revision in 6 weeks. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We will see together. I'm going to try really hard to like vlog most days. A lot of vlogging. I said most, not all. And then that does mean you should hopefully get 6 full weeks of videos from me, which would be a feat. I don't know the last time I had 6 weeks in a row that I did videos. Oof, if my 2021 self could see me now, she would be like, excuse me? How are you missing video uploads? Let's get started. Let's get started. I have already finished chapters 1 and 2. Revising those as far as I can tell at this point. We're on chapter 3, so let me chat with you about chapter 3. All right, chapter 3 in my book is the first chapter from the male POV, and there's certain things about that chapter I really like, but the beta readers brought up some very good points, which I begrudgingly agreed with. I was like, okay, that's fair. And so then I was trying to think like, okay, how do I rework this or fit in more details to this chapter to address some of the issues that they were pointing out? I've been thinking on this for the better part of a week, honestly. And I forget what day it was this past week, maybe Tuesday? Tuesday I was like, you know what? I think you need a new chapter, like completely different scenario. And I thought of a different scenario. That would be, it would involve more conflict. It would involve removing characters that don't appear through the rest of the novel. Like, I literally just have them in this one chapter and then you don't see them again, which probably isn't a good thing. I like how this chapter now appears in my head. I think it'll be a better choice to introduce this character and his POV. I have sat at my computer for like 3 days now trying to start writing this chapter. And I did start. I wrote 1,300 words and I hated them. I hated them. It was so clunky feeling. It was not flowing at all. I couldn't like find the voice. I spent yesterday thinking up opening lines for the chapter. I have like 6 or 7 different opening lines that I thought up. I feel like the opening line is the key for me. I really like writing opening lines and sometimes closing lines. I feel like that's something that I generally do like pretty well. I could not get a good opening line for this. I think I have one now that I'm like, I guess it's okay. I don't love it. You know when you have like a line and you're just like, ooh, that's the one. This isn't the one. I'm just going to tell myself that right now. It's not the one. It's not bad, but it just doesn't feel quite right. But if we're going to get on this 6-week revision timetable, I've got to do this today. I have to rewrite this whole chapter today and like send it to my critique partners and be like, hey, what do you think? You know, I probably should do a calendar for what needs to be done by what date, because I have 34 chapters and 6 weeks is 42 days. Yeah, 6 times 7. Shout out to Mrs. Copeland, my 3rd grade teacher, for teaching me my times tables. But yeah, 42 days from today, and I have 34 chapters, but I've already done 2. So I'm a little bit ahead. So I really have 32 left, which gives me like a 10-day buffer, which is kind of nice. We're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to try to rewrite this entire chapter today. I know what I want to have happen. I just need to get into it. I just need to find his voice. I have his voice later in the book, but this chapter is just like, frustrating. But let's start writing. Let's start writing and see what we can do. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I do have on my Foo Fighter shirt. Looking great, looking absolutely smashing. We're gonna call on the powers of St. Dave Grohl to help us. Okay, I've made some good progress. I'm almost 1,000 words in. It feels better. I still don't know if it's like flowing right, but at least I'm getting some words down. Again, my first draft's always so scant on the details. So I'm sure I'll be able to go back through this and like put in a few more, more little pieces of description and whatnot. I think this first draft of this chapter will probably be less than 2,000 words, because after this one little section I'm in now, there's not too much after that to work through. I'm going to try to finish one go through of this by noon, which is in 30 minutes. Maybe like we'll just finish before lunch. We'll finish this and then we'll take a break for lunch. Let's try that. But yeah, it's going okay. It's going okay so far. So let's see if I can get another 1,000-ish words in the next 30 or 40 minutes. That's like NaNoWriMo speed. Let's go. It's rough. It is rough. It's a rough draft. It's 2,200 words. I did finish the scene. It's just real rough. I'm reading it like, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it, okay? We'll fix it after lunch because it is 12:43. So my idea of being finished at or around noon didn't happen, but we did finish. So that's good. I'm very hungry. So I'm gonna put this aside for a second. I'm gonna go get something to eat and then come back and hopefully fix this up so that it isn't embarrassing. All right, let's do that. Part of my lunch break also now includes this little lady. Look at her being so cute. There's Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Lucy has gone a little downhill recently. Do you need more water? Yes, she's gonna get some water. This is her permanent position now. She can't get up from this position. She can kind of move a little bit, like she'll scoot her arms a little bit, but this is it. So yeah, I've gotta come in here at lunchtime and make sure she's gotten some water. See, she's trying to move, but she can't. Yeah, just clean her up a little bit if she's gotten a little messy. There's usually a big pile of poops behind her, which is good. But yeah, that's Lucy now. She just a sedentary gal. She's still cute though. Look at that little face. Yeah, Lucy Goosey. But yeah, see, her back legs are they're just like completely useless. It actually happened really fast. She was doing okay and then went from being able to hop around to this within like a week and a half. So yeah, but she is still eating. She gained a little bit of weight this past week, so that was great. And there she is. I don't know how good you can see them under there, but they're under their little house together. I only take her out when I'm like cleaning stuff up. Junie's got her little band-aid because of her abscess. So we're just doing all kinds of her little tail. We're just doing all kinds of old lady things. All right, back again. Lunch has been consumed. A couple minutes of Antiques Roadshow has also been consumed, and I'm back to this. So I want to clean up this document first because I wrote that first 1,300 words, and then I just like tabbed down and wrote a bunch of first ideas for like first opening lines, and then tabbed down and started writing this new section. So I'm gonna remove all the stuff that is like old. I'm gonna save it. I don't ever delete like anything pretty much, and so I'm gonna move that just to a separate file and like shove it out of the way in case there's any reason I would want to go back to it. But then this one document, this one piece in this Scrivener document will just be the part I just wrote, and then we're gonna revise. Organize and then revise. Let's do it. I'm gonna be totally honest right now. What I would like to do is I want to get my planner and like plan out what I need to do on each day in order to be finished in 6 weeks. I don't need to do that though. What I need to do is finish this chapter, like editing and revising it, which I would like to finish by the end of today. It's already 2:30. The planning is going to be my reward when I finish this chapter, so it is good enough to send to a critique partner. I really want to plan. So, work first, then plan. Okay, we're sitting at 2,400 words for this chapter. I've gone through it once more to kind of fix it up a little bit. I think it sounds okay. I'm feeling better about it. So I'm gonna let it sit. It's like 4:30 now. I'm gonna let it sit and maybe come back to it later this evening and sort of just reread it one more time and then send it to a critique partner. I don't know. So that I think that's good for now. Like I said earlier, this is day one, week one of my 6-week challenge for myself. So what my plan is to try to vlog at least some little something on every single day. Not this extensive, like this is the weekend, so obviously I have a lot more time today to write, but I'll try to do at least a little bit on most days and then put them together into like one vlog for you guys. So I'm thinking you'll get like, this first one is starting on a Sunday or a Saturday. I can vlog maybe through like Wednesday and give you clips through Wednesday, and that'll post on Friday. And then the following Friday's vlog will be a Thursday through Wednesday kind of situation. Do you even care? I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking. So we'll see. That's a lot more editing to do. And I'm also then trying to do the challenge. So we'll see what I can manage. That's it for today. I'll definitely check in tomorrow on Sunday to keep you up to date of what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow should be chapter 4. We'll get to that. It'll be exciting. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's me. I'm back. I'm trying not to be super loud because Jade is in the other room and she's supposed to be asleep. hopefully she will stay asleep. It's Sunday, day 2 of the 6-week challenge, and it's going pretty good. I'm gonna be honest, it's going pretty good. Today I am supposed to be working on chapter 4, and I got up this morning early and started working on it and kind of finished it. This one was not as much stuff to change. It takes place in the same time as chapter 3. So I rewrote chapter 3 yesterday from scratch, and so there were some things in this chapter 4 that I had to change so that like characters' placement within the room matched up correctly, but that was pretty straightforward, and then I just tweaked a few other little portions, nothing crazy. I'm kind of done. I do want to go back through it and reread and see if there's anything else I want to fiddle with, and then I think I'm going to go on to chapter 5, because like what happened with chapter 3, where I was just like not able to do it for a couple days, like I was trying but it just wasn't happening, if I can get a little bit ahead, I feel like that'll be good, in case there's a chapter down the road where I actually need a couple extra days to fiddle with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start work on chapter 5. I don't know if I'm going to finish chapter 5 today. We're just going to at least start it. I also marked all of the chapters in my planner, and so what it's looking like is I decided to skip Sundays. Sunday can either be like a break, or it'll be like a catch-up day if I've gotten behind. And then at the end of the 6 weeks, I actually have a whole week at the end of September that is like it's like extra days, so I can afford to be up to a week behind and still have time to make it up. So that's pretty cool. It feels very doable. It feels very doable. When I looked at like the whole picture of it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of work in not very much time, but I don't know, it seems doable when I had it all planned out in the planner. So let me pull up chapter 4. Oh, I wanted to show you something really quick, and then I'm going to pull up chapter 4, reread it, tweak, and then move on to chapter 5. So let me show you this real quick though. Okay, so this is it. Some amazing person back in 2018 put together a map of London and some of the surrounding area, and they've marked where all these historic places are. I will link this map below. If you're doing any kind of historic fiction set in London, or it includes London in some way, like, this is so cool. So you can look at like, where's Seven Dials, and where is, I don't know, the Serpentine. Like, all of these places are places that get named in books all the time. Hampstead Heath, and like I never really knew, like, aside from the obvious ones, like, okay, I knew where, like, Buckingham Palace was and, like, Big Ben, but some of these other places, like, I didn't really know where they were in relation to anything else, and so this is so cool. I'm just having so much fun looking at all this stuff and wasting time when I should be writing, but that's fine. Tons of old pubs and stuff, like, oh, so cool. And some of these, like, whites, oh, they have links in the description to like the floor plan. Oh my gosh. But there were some others. Let me see if I can find one real quick. There was somewhere it was like they weren't quite sure if this was exactly where it was, but they've noted that in the description. I'm trying to find one. Where was one I clicked on where that was the case? I don't remember now, but it'll say like, no one's really exactly sure, but it was somewhere around here. Yeah, like this rough location. So Vauxhall Gardens. I'll link this map below in case you want to check it out too. So fun, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work, and I'll check in with you in a little bit. Slight change of plans. She would not stop whining in her bed. I didn't want her to pee in there, so she's in here. We got her a new toy earlier today because she had the same one like a few months ago and she pooped on it. So got her a new one. She is tethered to the closet door handle, because if she falls asleep over here and wakes up, she's gonna run at me and bite, and I'm very close to her. So the leash will keep us both very safe. And hopefully she'll kind of calm down and chill out a little bit because she was getting really stressed in her bed for reasons unknown. Anyway, I'm going to start working. Hello, it's Monday. It's Monday. Yesterday did not go as planned. About 20 minutes maybe after that last clip, we got a phone call, and the rest of our day was taken up with a little bit of a family emergency, family situation. Things are okay. They're stable. Working on further solutions to the issue. Everybody is safe though, so that's good. But coordinating a whole bunch of stuff ended up taking over the day yesterday, so I didn't do anything else. Good thing I got up early yesterday and did some work in the morning. Otherwise, I would have been behind on day 2. I got up early today at my normal time and did some work this morning, and now my internet is out. The internet and phones are down. I work from home, and I do use the internet to do my job. So, yeah. The last 24 hours, not the best. Not the best I've ever lived through. Not the worst. But not the best, that's for sure. I can't do my job, so I'm going to sit here and try to get a little more work done on these chapters. And then whenever the internet comes back up again, I guess I'll go back to work. So yeah, this morning I was just working. What did I even work on? I reviewed chapter 4. I finished reviewing chapter 4 because I hadn't really finished that yesterday. It looks pretty solid. I didn't do a whole lot of changes to that one, just a little fiddling so that it would mesh with the changes I'd made in chapter 3. And now chapter 5 is going to need a little more work. That's what I started this morning as well. It needs a little more zhuzhing, but not, I don't feel like there's anything like super major that needs to change in it. I'm not like changing the outcome of the scene or anything like that. I'm just clarifying some things and again sort of reworking the beginning of the chapter so that it meshes with how the previous chapter ended and things like that. Let's get to work on this, I guess, since I can't do my actual job. Woohoo! Shoo. We are on the struggle bus today. Did I finish? Yes, I did. Is it great? No. I'm gonna try to go over it a little later today. It's like 4:30. I have been so distractible. There's just a lot going on, but I did finish going through chapter 5, adding the things I wanted to add, retooling things, the things I wanted to retool, and it's fine. We'll come back later and see if we can polish it up. It is late. It is 7:30. I think I'm done with chapter 5. I've definitely changed some things. I've introduced certain conflicts earlier than I had in the original draft 4. I wanted to say original draft, but we're well past the original draft at this point. We haven't had internet all day. Did I even say that earlier? Yeah, because I said I was going to work on this instead of day job, right? Because I couldn't do my day job. The internet is still out. They had a scheduled maintenance for the entire day until like 10 p.m. I finally called and talked to like a human being. I was like, why wouldn't you have like alerted customers to that? That would have been really helpful. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Spectrum. It's cool. Anyway, I'm so frustrated. But I did finish this. She's looking at me like, what the heck are you doing? I want to send this to critique partners, but I don't have the internet, so I cannot email anyone. So yeah, I'll leave that for tomorrow, but tomorrow morning I should be able to get started on chapter 6. And we're moving along. Hey, chapter 6. And we're doing well. We're doing well. So that is the end of day 3. I'm going to do some dishes. I'm going to set up coffee for tomorrow morning so it brews right before I have to wake up. I'm going to get the bunny dinners ready, give them their medicine, take the dogs out one more time. I might try to play a little bit of Zelda. And then I'm going to go to bed because I am tired. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Hi, it's me. I'm back. It is day 4, right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and today's Tuesday. It's day 4. And yes, I am sitting here at my fun time writing desk rather than over there at my day job desk, even though I should be over there because it is 10 in the morning. But the internet, nope. It was on this morning. Everything was up and functional when I got up this morning. And then around like 9 o'clock, it all died again. 8 o'clock, it all died again. The recorded message from Spectrum says it should be back up by 11. I have doubts. I'm just going to be honest with you. I have my doubts. A lot going on today. I'm going to try to get started work on chapter 6. I got up this morning, honestly felt kind of gross this morning. Just like yucky. And so I was awake and here at my desk, but I didn't actually do much work on the story. So I'm going to try to get some done now while the internet is still not working and see how far I can get. The goal for today is to finish chapter 6. So I think I can do it. It's not a super long chapter, and there's just like some clarification and retooling to fix it up. There's nothing like major plot changes that are occurring here, so I should be able to do that today. Let's get going. I don't have a whole lot of time to waste. Well, it's Wednesday. My week has gone very badly. Very badly. This week has just had like every single day has been some crazy emergency, mishap, random, like, after the clip from yesterday, I did do some work on chapter 6, which was great. And then my internet came back up, which was good. And I finished the work day at my job, right? My intention was then to come back later in the afternoon, evening, and do some more work and hopefully finish up chapter 6. The day went really bad. There was a lot of stuff happening and it wasn't good. We topped the day off with this. I'll show you because I feel like I'm going to be like at some point and then you're going to be like, what the heck happened to your arm? This was Jade. Jade had a little problem and decided I looked like a good target. So the pink shirt you saw in the last clip, that's gone because it has holes in it now. I'm okay. Like, this is really just a bruise at this point. But it's annoying because it's like right where my wrist sits on the wrist rest when I'm typing. Perfect spot. So anyway, after this happened, obviously, in case you couldn't tell, it's been a little stressful the last couple days. I feel a little frazzled. So last night I was like, I'm not going to work on Wednesday. I'm just gonna take the day off. I thought in the morning, I can sleep in, I can get up, I can do writings, catch up in the morning, I can finish editing the vlog, get that all ready to post on Friday. Like, I'm just gonna relax, take a day to rest a little bit, collect myself, and then be ready to continue through the week. I couldn't even get a cup of coffee this morning before things went wrong. Long story short, Junie is currently at the vet as an emergency case. She's okay at the moment, like she's stable, it's not like she's dying or something, but there's an issue with her back legs. I don't know if one of them is broken, sprained, strained in some manner. They're gonna look at her later this afternoon. So this morning, instead of having some relaxing, chill morning, I was driving in rush hour traffic downtown Houston to get to this vet. I've got to go back later this afternoon to pick her up once they've actually finished examining her and everything. So yeah, it's 11:30 now. I'm like, this is literally the first week of this challenge. Am I going to be behind in week 1? No, I will not be. I need to finish chapter 6. I had started it. I need to finish it. And then today was supposed to be chapter 7. So I'm hoping I can get those 2 done and then I'll be where I'm supposed to be at this point. Unbelievable. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go ahead and do some work. And hopefully the next week of this challenge will be a little smoother. Just a little bit smoother would be amazing. Actually amazing. So let me see what I can get done in the next little while. And I will check back in with you one more time before we conclude this very hectic vlog. Let's go. All right, it is just now 2 o'clock. I have finished chapter 6 and I've pretty much finished chapter 7. I think I could probably like reread it through and tweak a few little things. But I'm done for now. I did hear back from the vet. They are going to sedate her and do x-rays to see what's going on. I probably am gonna have to leave within the next hour to drive down there and pick her up. She should hopefully be okay. We'll see about treatment plans after they have the x-rays and all the results in. But for now, I am going to stop. I'm not going to do anything more with this today. I'm just going to be done. This was not the first week experience I was expecting for this challenge, but we have stayed on track. I am very proud of myself because it's been a disaster the last 4 days, but we're on track. And I'm going to try very hard to stay on track in the next week. This seems like it's probably going to be a really long vlog. I'm probably going to try to like shorten up exactly what I'm doing on each day or on, you know, most days for the next one, because that one is actually going to include like 7 days of vlogging. But we'll see. I don't know. Do you guys care? Do you like really long vlogs or do you prefer shorter ones? Let me know in the comments too if you've ever done anything like this, if you've ever done some sort of like really short period of time to revise something or draft something. I mean, NaNoWriMo is kind of like the obvious one for drafting, right? But let me know if you like this kind of challenge for yourself or if having this kind of deadline it like makes you just not do it at all. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, you can click the subscribe button. I post videos on Fridays usually. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!